After going to Westminster, I tended to look at things from a more international viewpoint. I learned more in the classes there about the European community than I ever could have here at Ball State, and after coming back I was able to declare a major.
Slower.
Okay.
This is a friend, would you?
Yeah.
Yes, good.
And with a big
If that was good, I think it's a take. We'll take it again.
Okay. After going to Westminster, I tended to look at things from an international viewpoint. I learned more about the European community there than I ever could have in classes here. And coming back to Ball State, I was able to decide what I wanted to do.
After coming back home to Ball State, it helped me decide what
It helped me. Okay.
That's all right. We could do that.
Again? After going to Westminster, I started to look at things from an international viewpoint. I learned more about the European community in a class there than I ever could have done here. And after coming back to Ball State, it helped me to decide what I wanted to do with my life.
Very good.
Okay.
I'm going to take one more. That's the best. That's what I will take, okay? It's hopeless.
You're right, it is.
Let's just take it.
Okay.
One more time. You look good. You really do. Okay.
After going to Westminster, I started to look at things from an international viewpoint. I learned more about the European community in a class there than I ever could have learned in the same thing here. And after coming back to Ball State, it helped me to decide what I wanted to do with my life. Okay.
That's very good. I'll cue you in.
Okay. I still correspond with the children that I taught in London, and it's neat to see that I was able to affect them in such a positive way in a short amount of time, and that's something that I'll always remember.
That's okay.
Do you want me to keep going?
I won't do it again. I still correspond with the children I taught, and I saw that I was able to influence them in a positive way.
Okay.
And that's a very special feeling I'll always have. That's nice. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a special feeling from that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I still correspond with the children that I taught in London, and I was able to affect them in a positive way, and that really gives me a special feeling that I will always remember.
It's very good. Now, the second one, I think the thing I like about it was being part of another culture.
Okay.
Okay? Just big smile. We'll do this a lot.
Okay.
We'll just redo it until we get it.
What it is I'm not good enough to get it in one shot.
Yeah, he really is. Now, you think he's kidding, but he's really. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
The neatest part of the program is that we're able to live with a family, and it really makes you feel like you're part of the culture. I messed that up.
It's okay. All right, no problem. Just go right ahead. Just stop and do it again.
Okay. The neatest part about the EdL program is that you live with a family, and you really become a part of the culture, and that's a really neat feeling. No?
Oh, that's great, but just stop.
Okay.
As soon as you say it, just freeze.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can edit you out. That was perfect.
Okay.
Just plumb perfect.
Okay.
Let's take the first paragraph again and do that one.
The first paragraph about the special feeling?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I still correspond with the children that I taught in London, and I saw that I was able to affect them in a very positive way, and that's a really special feeling.
That's great. You didn't freeze, but that's all right. We got it. Just keep looking at the camera. Don't look at me. Just
Okay.
I say okay, okay?
You want me to do the first part again?
Yeah, give us another. I think that was good, though. Go ahead.
Okay. You're laughing at me.
Don't laugh. We'll put you on.
No, I lost my train of thought.
Okay. I still correspond.
I still correspond with the children that I taught in London, and I saw that I was able to affect them in a very positive way, and that gives me a really special feeling that I'll never forget.
Oh, that was good.
Beautiful.
That was really good, wasn't it?
That was it.
All right, now let's have another one. I mean the second one, I think. Thing I like about it.
Okay. The best part about the EdL program is that you get to live with a family, and it really makes you become a part of the culture, and that's a really special feeling.
Couldn't do any better.
It was really interesting simply because I had never been out of the United States, and going with the Ball State program, I was able to go with a group of college students, and we toured around, and we also got a lot of discount prices because we went as the college group.
Right. We don't discount prices.
I didn't know.
That's all right, don't worry.
See,
That's
I
all
give
right,
my
don't worry.
presentation
Don't
and I
worry.
say that in
Yeah,
there.
no,
So
that's all right. What we want is a cultural thing and what you think it's done for you as an individual, this sort of thing. You know, that's all right.
okay,
Okay. Shrunk your image of the world, the only time you know,
Okay.
experience, you don't know if you'll be able to do it again, so forth, okay?
all right.
What did the London experience do for you, Fred?
Going to London, it really shrank my image of the world. Prior to going, I just thought the world was something incomparable. But being able to go there and actually travel in another country, it just gave me an image that you can actually go over and you can comprehend what's going on in other countries. And it really shrank my image that I had of the world.
It's all right.
So,
But when you finish,
Oh.
don't do that. Just look at the camera and don't look at me.
okay,
Get on
don't
me
look at
here,
you.
Okay?
I'll look over here.
Yeah, and just stop. Don't, look for me for approval or anything.
Okay.
You did all right. This is not easy, you know.
Yeah, this is
We
the
get
first
paid,
time.
We do this all the time. This is easy. Okay. Talk about it, shrinking the image of the world and what you've learned about people and hands-on and their culture and how different. And, how impressed you were, if you were impressed with that.
Okay.
Okay. Good. What did this experience do for you, Kurt?
Going to London, it really shrank the image that I had of the world, because prior to going, I just really thought the world was something massive and no one could really comprehend it. But going over there, it shrank the image that I had, and it gave me a wider variety of the different types of people that I have in my mind. Simply going over there and seeing the different types and how they live, it's very interesting. You can read about all the things you want to, but until you actually experience it, like on a hands-on experience, there's no way to really comprehend it fully. Oops. I shouldn't have done that one either.
It's all right. Yes. Yeah, but that was a good statement. Let's do it again, huh?
That was good.
Yeah, I like that.
I like what you said.
That was good. That really came from the heart.
Right there.
Okay, we'll do it again. We take the best one.
Oh, okay. Going to London, it really shrank the image that I had of the world. Prior to going, I just thought the world was something massive and no one could really comprehend, what was going on. But going over there, you could really see how the people were living. You could experience the culture that they had there. It actually gave me a hands-on experience of going over there. I mean, you could read about the cultures and the people all you wanted, but until you actually went over there and saw how they lived, you really couldn't comprehend what they were doing.
Dynamite. Dynamite. Okay. Wait a minute. We want to do one more. That's
Hey,
good.
I'm here
That's
all day.
That's the tip. Let's do it again and see if you can remember. And maybe if you don't get, because that other one, last one was really good. It's the only time in your life you may be able to have an experience like
Let me tack that on.
Well, you can put it in the beginning if you want, or in the end. I don't care, whatever. But we'll see if we can get that worked out, okay?
Okay.
Good.
Going to London, it really shrank the image that I had of the world. Prior to going, I just thought the world was something massive and no one could really comprehend what was going on. But going over with Ball State, I was really able to see actually how the people lived and the culture in which they were living. It gave me kind of a hands-on experience as to what they were doing. You can read about how people live all the time, but until you go over and actually experience it, you really wouldn't be able to comprehend it. And another thing that really impressed me with the program is the fact that being a college student, I could go over there and take classes with Ball State. There's really no other time that I could go to London for that amount of time and just explore London and learn about the people that are in London.
It's all right, but not quite as good. Is that line coming through his head?
No,
Good.
it is not.
All right,
It
let's
is from where you're sitting.
do that again. And this time we'll just say it's a great experience, and just cut it. This
A little
is very
shorter,
typical
or-
television. We have this problem all the time. The more we say, the more we have. Otherwise, okay. Ready?
Okay, just like from the beginning then?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Going to London, it really shrank the image that I had of the world. Prior to going over, I just thought the world was something massive and no one could really comprehend what was going on. But going over to London, I was able to actually see how the people lived and the culture in which they were living. It actually gave me a hands-on experience of how the people were living. You can read about it, but until you experience it, you really can't fully comprehend it. And also going to London, it really gave me an opportunity, maybe a once-in-a-lifetime chance, to go over there, because when I'm employed or I have a family, I may never be able to go back for that amount of time.
That was good. That's really good. But just
Getting better?
Yep, I like that. But let's give me that other statement, just the one statement about only one opportunity. About this may be my only opportunity. Forget the first one. We got a good statement on that. Give me the second statement.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to go through this whole spiel.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead. Give me a different scene. Will you? Give me a different.
You want it a little tighter?
Yeah. Either way, whatever. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I've kind of got a medium shot.
Okay. You got. Okay. Then go in tight. We'd have a jump cut otherwise.
mhm.
That's good though.
Okay, so you just want me to start on the experience?
The only experience. Yeah.
Okay. Going to London with the London Center program may be the only opportunity that I'll ever have to go over there and to study and learn about the culture for that amount of time. Simply because I'm a college student, I was able to go over for that long period of time and I learned a lot about the culture in which the people were living. No, I didn't like that one either.
Go ahead. Try it. Be a pro. Go ahead.
Okay. You want me to just talk about
Yeah, just say once in a lifetime chance.
Once in a lifetime.
You know what I mean, because family, business, or
Okay.
career that you may not have another opportunity, and it's really a great opportunity for a student. Whatever.
Okay. Going over to London for myself may have just been a once-in-a-lifetime chance that I would have, because when I'm employed or married, there may be another opportunity.
Just say, for a student, it's really a great opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime chance, because we get involved in business, in career, and family. And,
Okay.
It's a great
Okay.
opportunity for a student because, go ahead.
Going over to London is a great opportunity for a student because once we get out in the real world, when we're in the workforce or when we have a family, there may never come another opportunity to go to London.
All right. I think that's good.
Better?
That's fine. Good.
Like that?
I like that. We have to be sincere, and you were sincere. I like that. No, that Ed made a goof, so just give us that one more time.
Okay.
Not going to London.
Just the past?
Yeah, just, it's for a student, it's
Okay.
a great opportunity because we,
For a student, it's a great opportunity to go over to London because when we get out into the workforce or when we have a family, there may never come another opportunity to go over to London for this amount of time. And taking college courses that really improved, I just messed up on that one.
You can stop right after.
Okay.
Okay.
Going over to London as a student may be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I would have because when I get out in the workforce, there may never come another opportunity to go over.
It's a great opportunity for a student.
Should I slow it down or should I just keep
No,
talking?
just start. No, go ahead.
Okay. Going over to London is a great opportunity for students because it may just be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once we get out into the workforce, we may never be able to go to London again for that amount of time. I shouldn't be looking at you, but
That's all right. We can cut that. Good.
Okay,
Good. That's
good.
a tape.
It's up to you two.
And what would you say to someone who is thinking about going overseas?
I would say that this is definitely the time to do it when you're in college because so many people want to study overseas or go overseas just to travel around and they think, oh, I'll wait till after I'm out of college and save some money and do it then. But this is the best time to do it because when you graduate from college, you'll have responsibilities of a job and maybe a family. And it's such an opportunity you can't pass up. You should take advantage of it while you can.
That's good. Now let's try it this way. Start. I tell everyone what you think about so that my question won't be so obvious. So what would you tell somebody?
I tell everyone that even mentions that they're thinking about going overseas, studying abroad, that they should do it now while they're in college. This is the best time to do it because they don't have as many responsibilities as they'll have after they graduate, a job and a family and so on. And they might be a little better off financially because they can still rely on their parents a little bit for that. And this is the best time to do it.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it. This time, could we do it just looking right straight and just talk to the lens this time, okay?
And tighten it up even more if you can. Okay. You just start whatever you feel comfortable.
I tell all my friends who mention that they'd like to go study abroad, this is the best time to do it while they're in college, because they don't have very many responsibilities such as family and job, and this is
Okay.
this is the best time to do it because I don't know.
It's all right.
Why don't you just go back to square
Okay.
one and start over again? Just explain to me
Okay.
why.
Whenever anyone mentions to me that they're interested in studying abroad, I say that this is the best time to do it when they're in college because they have the free time to do it. When they graduate from college, they may have more money because they'll have a job, but they'll also have the responsibility of that job. They'll have to worry about getting the time. They'll have other responsibilities.
Let's go on to the next one and talk about China. And tell me about how going to China changed your view of the world, of culture, that kind of thing.
Well, I'd always considered myself pretty open-minded, broad-minded, and always willing to look at things in a different way. But I didn't realize I had a lot farther to go until I went to China and saw a totally different culture. I mean, everything is different. The way they look at life, the way they, what they do when they're sick, what they think about their bodies in that sense, and religious kind of things, philosophical views. It's just a totally different way of looking at life. And you never get it if you weren't there to see it.
Excellent. Let's see if we can say that again and take out some of the middle.
Okay.
So that you start where you started and end where you ended.
Okay.
You want to have a look into the camera?
You feel comfortable doing that?
I guess. I do.
Okay.
You have such a nice smile.
Yeah, just, let's really attract their attention.
Okay, can you say the question again? I can't.
Oh, okay. How did going to China change your view of the world?
Well, I'd always considered myself very open-minded, broad-minded, but I didn't realize how much farther I had to go until I actually went to China, went to a totally different culture than the Western cultures that I was used to. The way they look at so many things is different from ours. Their philosophies of life and things like that. It's just...
That's fine.
Sorry.
Let's
I
try
forgot. I
again.
had a good point at the end of that, and I forget what it
I
was.
remember what it was too. But you say I think at the end that it just changed your view of the world.
Yeah.
If you could start without the well.
Okay.
Because again, it makes
Mhm.
a
My
way that
question.
we're asking you a question.
Yes, okay.
So tell me again how going to China changed your view of the world.
I'd always considered myself very broad-minded, but until I went to China, I didn't realize how much farther I had to go. Their society is so different from ours, their culture is so different from a Western culture, that when you are there, immersed in it, you realize that your mind can still be open to so many new things.
Perfect.
I wasn't supposed to look
I
away,
think
I'm
we
sorry.
got it.
Yeah, I don't know how you could improve on that.
Let's do one more, and I don't know if we're going to use this or not,
Okay.
but I want to have it on tape. You mentioned about going to Westminster, that one of the assets of going was how you became closer to other students, Ball State students. And let's see if we can get at that.
Okay.
Let me see how I can ask you.
The people that you go abroad with, people from Ball State, in my case it was 11 other students to Westminster College in England, you grow so close to them. There were 11 other people that I probably wouldn't have even known if it hadn't been for this program. And we shared so many experiences together, and we all added to each other's trips so much that when we came back we felt really close, and it wouldn't have been the same trip without them.
I like that. We don't even need to do that.
I wouldn't do that one.